She gives us special permission. At the joint session, though.
Yeah.
They wanted to.
But we still have to start at 3. We have to start at 3 and 3:15.
Yeah, we want to get home before Santa Claus gets here.
Yeah, no kidding.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Planning, Zoning, and this City Council meeting. Today's December 18th, and I'll welcome you along with my great commission members. Before that, please go ahead and call the roll.
Chairman Najad,
Here?
Commissioner Beatty,
Present.
Commissioner Jabbar,
Present.
Commissioner Jabia is absent, Commissioner Javed,
Here.
Commissioner Linton,
Here.
Commissioner Macon,
Here.
Commissioner Noyelos,
Presente.
Commissioner Sinegar,
Here.
Alternate Commissioner Harris is absent, Alternate Commissioner Sorrell is absent. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We do have a quorum. The members of the commission have been sent the minutes of the November 20th meeting, and I trust that everybody has reviewed this. I would look for a motion and/or any comments on the minutes.
Second.
We have a motion and we have a second to approve. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any in opposition? None. Thank you. We're going to get started with the first case, PZ 2023465.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Fitz and Shipman has requested approval of a replat of lots 2 through 10, Block 1, and lots 2 through 9, Block 2, into lots 2A, 2B, 3A, 4A, 4B, 5A, 6A, 6B, 7A, 8A, 9A, and 10A, Block 1, and into lots 2A, 2B, 3A, 4A, 4B, 5A, 6A, 6B, 7A, 8A, 8B, and 9A, Block 2, Wesley Addition, Beaumont, Jefferson County, Texas. The intent of this plat is to divide 17 lots into 25 along Vincent Street for residential purposes. It should be noted a City of Beaumont water main does not extend to this portion of Vincent Street. Therefore, construction plans must meet all requirements by water utilities for the water line extension and services. Acceptance of the water line will be subject to field inspection and testing by Water Utilities Department. Additionally, fire hydrants must be installed every 500 feet before any construction of structures begin and must meet the 2021 International Fire Code per fire. Staff recommends approval of this request. We did send 19 property owner notices, and we received 1 in favor and 0 in opposition. The favor stating they would like to discuss the flood zone. So on the record, this area is located within flood zone X, and it is an area determined to be outside the 500-year flood chance. And again, staff does recommend approval of this request. On the screen, the area outlined in red is proposed for the replat.
I don't think our monitors
Our monitors
are
aren't working.
No, we're not.
I'm sorry. Let me see.
I apologize. We just got a new iPad system. There we go.
It's working.
Okay, and this is the replat. So again, taking 17 lots and dividing them into 25. I do believe that we have the owner and the applicant present.
Great. The applicant? Good afternoon. Would you state your name and address for the record, please?
Yes, good afternoon. My name is Bernardino Tristan with Fitz and Shipman here in Beaumont, Texas at 1405 Cornerstone Court. And I'm here to answer any questions
Do you have any additional comments you'd like to give us? Any information other than what she read?
No, sir, it's just an older subdivision that was platted with 75-foot lots, and now that we're bringing them down to 50-foot lots wide.
Fantastic. And you understand that the owner will be paying for the water line installation and getting it approved by the city?
Yes, sir, there's a separate engineering package for the water line construction that's being reviewed now.
Perfect. Any questions for the gentleman?
Are they gonna be curb and gutters?
It is an existing street, so the existing street is a asphalt with open ditches.
Okay.
Anybody else? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Now we're going to open the floor for public comments. Is there anybody in the audience that would like to speak for or against this case? Yes, sir, please. Good morning. Well, good afternoon. If you please state your name and address for the record, and we'd love to hear from you.
My name is Samuel Levine III. Address is 7695 Tram Road. I stand here representing my parents, Samuel Levine Jr. and Katie Levine. We have 8 acres on Tram Road, which on Vision Street, we have some, from Vision, the property is actually right behind it. So we wanted to get more clarification. I have some concerns. We were not notified about the flood zone being changed. So we're trying to figure out how is it that everything from Vision all the way up to the freeway is not a flood zone, which you have that water, you have that canal that's there, and then everything back behind Vision Street is considered a flood zone. My parents is 80, my father's 87, my mother's 84, and I have power of attorney over their affairs. I've taken over their estate. So we need to understand how is that, because that limits us in developing our property, the 8 acres that we have behind it. So if we can get some clarification. Also, is the city planning to, is there going to be some type of access to our property since they're making this development of homes or whatever they're planning on doing? Is there going to be access to our property from what's being planned? So if we can get clarification and answers on that, we would greatly appreciate it.
Well, thank you, sir. Let's see what we can do. Any comments from you?
Yes. So this is kind of using this one as more of an aerial view.
Right.
So I looked at the flood zone before this meeting, and it comes to about here. And again, the flood zone maps are set by FEMA. We adopt them. I believe that we adopted them in 2011, if not earlier. So with that being said, this area over on, the platted area out here is considered flood zone X. Now, the further southwest you go, yes, it is flood zone AE, which is considered within the annual chance flooding event. So there are certain requirements for construction for that. However, access-wise, I would have to know which parcel it is, but we can certainly address that at the counter if you'd like to come up to the second floor after this meeting. We can take a look at it. But for this case, we are looking at the area outlined in red.
So is there a chance that this case would cut off access to the gentleman's property?
I would have to know which property it is exactly. It appears that, these darker lines right here, those are lot lines or parcel lines. So it looks like it connects to Tram. To answer for certain, I would have to know which property it is exactly.
Sir, do you currently have access from Tram Road to your property?
No.
Okay.
From Tram Road, yes, but not from Vision.
Okay, but you do have access from Tram Road. Okay. Trying to solve problems and it's giving me that look.
Where does X start?
So it's about, whenever I'm going here, it comes to about here. So everything that is north of that is flood zone X.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
good. Thank you. Is there anybody else that would like to speak for or against this case? None is heard, so we'll close the public hearing. We heard from the applicant. We also heard from one of the neighbors. And there are no other requirements from the city, so I would ask for a motion.
Motion to approve filed PZ 2023-465.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any in opposition? The ayes have it.
We need
Thank
to clarify the record before you move on to the next item. Who was the second?
One of them.
you want to raise your hand?
Flip a coin.
Go ahead, Jack.
The gentleman on the left. Yeah, don't tell the attorney flipping a coin. I mean, that's not. Okay. Let's go to PZ 2023-463.
Sheree, do we need to wait for the joint?
So, yeah, you have 451 as part of the regular meeting, and then we can start the public hearing at,
Okay. I
451.
thought there was
Okay.
two of them.
that was, well, then you have to wait 2 minutes to start.
Okay.
Table. It'll come back in January.
We're gonna have 2 minutes recess. I know it. Just-
Oh, which one?
Beaumont Credit Union.
Steal their addresses. They steal their address to the guy. He said, "Like, can you get out of, get in and out of his property?" Get the address. That's no way. But his address. Oh, you have to build him a private street to get out of there. Oh, they-
Okay, let's get started again. It's 3:15 in the afternoon, Central Standard Time. And we're gonna start with PZ 2023-463.
RMP Brothers LLC requests an SUP to construct an RV park at
Sorry, we have to do the roll call.
You know, I thought we're gonna do this before Santa Claus comes, but I guess you're not gonna let us. All right. Thank you. The Honorable Mayor is gonna start the second part of our meeting. Thank you, sir.
Mayor West? Mayor Pro Tem Turner? Absent. Councilmember Felshaw?
Present.
Councilmember Durio?
Present.
Councilmember Neild?
Present.
Councilmember Getz? Is absent. Councilmember Samuel?
Present.
Thank you.
Council and speak on this item. For city council. There will be no public hearing on the item yet. Again, the only public hearing will be today.
Thank you, sir. If we could, let's get started on PZ 2023463 for the third time.
Good afternoon. R&P Brothers LLC requests an SUP to construct an RV park at 5497 Finette. The RV park will provide 57 spaces. The office clubhouse will provide laundry facilities, showers, and restrooms. The site plan shows 18 visitor parking spaces and 1 ADA-compliant parking space. This request was originally reviewed and approved by Planning Commission and City Council July of 2020. The applicant submitted for a building permit on October 16th, 2023. Section 28.04.001, specific use permits of the city's Code of Ordinances state a specific use permit that was issued, whether by the City Council or exempted by Section 28.04.005, subsection D, Part 2 of this chapter shall become null and void if the land use it was issued for is closed or vacated for a period of 2 years or more. Therefore, it's been past 2 years and it's back to you guys. Staff does recommend approval of the request with the following conditions. Number 1, the project will require an approved drainage plan to ensure the runoff for the proposed conditions equals that of the existing conditions for the 100-year storm event using Atlas 14 rainfall data per Drainage District 6. Number 2, shall be in strict compliance with Section 24.06.008 minimum standards for Type C recreational vehicle park of the city's Code of Ordinances and applicable fire and building codes. Number 3, all lighting installed shall be directionally shielded from the residential properties that are located east and south of the subject site. Staff did send 25 property owner notices. We received 1 in favor and 0 in opposition. In favor was stating, I'm in support of this project because it will bring many to Beaumont and it will also provide a place to stay for my workers who want to live and come from out of town. On the screen, the area outlined in red is under review. This is an aerial photography of the site. This is the site plan. This is the subject property. They were grading. They did not receive a grading permit, but I believe that they are in the process of doing so. Property to the north, to the east, to the south, and to the west. I believe we have the owner and the applicant in the audience.
Great. Any questions for Demi? The applicant?
I believe the applicant is here today with us. I'm the owner here.
All right, well, we would love to hear from you. If you would just state your name and address, and then we'll go from there.
My name is Akash Ray. Good afternoon, everyone. My address is 7410 Pebble Beach Drive, Beaumont, Texas, 77707.
Fantastic. So you are a part of the R&P Brothers?
That's correct.
Okay. Any other information that you want to give us on this project?
No, as was mentioned, that it was approved in 2020 due to the COVID situations and the market shift. We were waiting for the right time to continue our project that helps growing Beaumont further developments. So we're
Great.
continuing right now.
Have you been in contact with Drainage District 6 at all?
Yes, so since last approvals, applicant Henny Toimer, he's putting the design package together and working with the District 6 to get the approval
Okay.
requirements.
All right. All right, because you're taking a lot of trees and putting a lot of concrete down, so they probably have something to say about that. And you do understand the 3 conditions that the city has stated?
Yes.
Great, thank you. Any questions for the gentleman? Thank you very much. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Is there anybody in the audience that would like to speak for or against this case? Nope. Okay, we closed the public hearing. We heard from the staff and also the owner, and I would entertain a motion.
Motion to approve with the 3 conditions?
Second.
We have a motion to approve and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any in opposition? The ayes have it. Oh my God, this is the last one, isn't it? It's not even 3:30. You want to drag it a little bit, or shall we keep on going? All right, let's go with PZ 2023-477.
Crystal Robinson of Loving and Caring Services requests approval of a specific use permit to allow a social services business to be located at 1890 Broadway Street. Ms. Robinson intends to provide a range of services, including individual counseling, group therapy, career counseling, family support, and crisis intervention. These services will be available for individuals ages 18 to 70. The property has continuous sidewalks, which provides connectivity to all patrons, and 20 existing paved parking spots. There is a privacy fence along the east property line to provide a buffer to the adjacent apartment complex. Staff does recommend approval with the following conditions. Number one, construction plans must meet all requirements by water utilities for the water and sanitary sewer services, including any requirements of the city's backflow pretreatment and/or fog program. Number two, construction plans shall comply with all applicable building and fire codes. Staff did send 17 property owner notices. We received 0 in favor and 0 in opposition. On your screen, the area outlined in red is under review. This is aerial footage of the property, the site plan. This is the subject property. To the north, to the west, southwest, south, and east. I believe we have the property owner and the applicant in the audience.
Okay, and
I have
Ms.
to recuse
McCain's going
myself.
to recuse herself from voting. Fantastic. And the applicant? Hello, good afternoon. How are you today? If you'd be kind enough to give us your name and address for the record, and we'd love to hear from you.
Crystal Robinson, 890 Beaumont Drive, Beaumont, Texas, 77705.
All right. Ms. Robinson, you have any additional information you want to give us?
Basically, just to kind of give you a brief overview of what I'll be doing, is this like my contract through Spindletop with different individuals, IDD mostly, between the ages of 18 and 70. No more than 10 to 15 in the property. If that, they basically come, we take them out in the community to find jobs, different jobs, and they come do group therapy. Sometimes we'll do like nutrition meetings. It's basically just what we're doing is basically giving them opportunity to go out in the community, try to find a job, just different opportunities. That's basically what we do on a daily basis. Mostly in the building, it'll be staff.
Okay, mostly be in the staff, and then you might have as many as 15 people
In the
coming
facility.
to the meetings?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is this something you've done before, or are you just getting into it?
Sir, I've been doing this for like 10 years. I have like 4 facilities. I actually own the day facility as well.
Fantastic.
Yes, sir.
That's great. That's great. Okay. There are nobody's that's going to stay there
No, sir,
24
it's not.
hours.
No,
You don't
sir.
have any
The hours are just 8 to 4, Monday through Friday.
8 to 4 Monday to Friday.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great, great.
So,
Okay, go ahead.
so I have a question. So you're gonna have 10 to 15 people there at a time?
No, at the most at a time. Just say if we do like a group meeting.
So are they each gonna come like in their own cars? The reason I ask this is because of parking situation over there.
We do, we have like 45 parking spots, but no, a lot of my individuals don't drive, so it'll be more like van service or transportation services, dropping them off and picking them up.
Got you.
Yes, sir.
To answer your question a little bit
Oh,
ago, sorry, go ahead.
Would you state your name and address for the record?
Tyler Wharton, 2467 Calder Avenue.
And how are you connected?
I'm the
with-
building owner. I own the property.
Oh, fantastic. Go
I
ahead.
wanted to touch on the question we asked a little bit ago. She's actually rented, this is her 4th property. She's rented from me. And I wouldn't consider a second property if it wasn't a great business. This is a 4th. She's rented 3 in Beaumont. This would be the 3rd in Beaumont, 1 in Orange. And we've talked about it in the location in Jasper as well. She's done a fantastic job. Always, like I said, 4 properties, I gotta like you a lot. She does a killer job. She's underplaying what she does for the community quite a bit. It's something we need more of. Mental health is undervalued a little bit, and she's deserves a plaque somewhere because she does a fantastic job with her people. And I've met a lot of her people. I actually shared office with her a little bit while I was redoing my office and for about 6 months. And so I was side by side with her. And fantastic job again.
Thank you. Any questions for the?
How many staff members you gonna have there?
I have 4 staff.
Any other question? Thank you very much, ma'am. Is there anybody else in the audience that would like to speak for or against this case? We closed the public hearing. We heard from the staff, the owner of the property, and also the applicant. And I would entertain a motion.
A motion to approve with the 2 conditions?
We have a motion to approve, and we have a second from Mr. Beatty. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any in opposition? The ayes have it. Thank you very much. I hope everybody has a great Christmas and the New Year. And Mr. Mayor, we look for you to let us go home. Yeah. Hey, you can start a car service.